Oh, yeah. 1-800-449-8255. And welcome to Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, you guys. March, I don't know, 20 or 19. What does it matter anymore? It is a beautiful day out there. To paraphrase, oh, dude, it goes a cop. To quote U2, it's a beautiful day for Sharky here on the Clark the Shark Talk Radio Network for March 19, Wednesday, or March 20, where I'm going to review an album that's so bad. It's not bad, you guys. I actually like it. Me, Clark the Shark. I'm retarded like that. There's something wrong with me. It's Rush, baby. Hold your fire. Or you could call it Presto if you want. One and the same, basically, similar. A little different from Power Windows, which is, I should say, which did precede it. This is from 1987, you guys, but and it sounds it, you guys. So let's frame this situation. Now, way back in the 70s, Rush was putting out, a Farewell to Kings and shit, 2112, Caress of Steel, really good rock and roll albums, kind of, heavy metal-ish, but then they began to expand and change and experiment with jazz and shit. And, by the time they got to Hemispheres and all that, Permanent Waves and Moving Pictures, they had developed this sound, you guys, that was not heavy metal. You couldn't put your finger on it. Rush had become an incredible band. 3 albums in a row. I would say their golden era. I could be right or wrong, but I would say that Hemispheres, that's the one with the cover. There's a picture of me, Clark the Shark, on the cover, naked, walking on my own brain. Hemispheres. Great album. And then Permanent Waves, of course, has Spirit of Radio on it. Awesome. And of course, then Tom Sawyer, Monday Warrior, Mean Stride. Today's Sharky, Mean Guy. Fucking dude, what an album. Moving Pictures. And then something begins to change, you guys, and Rush decided we're going to go with... I can't put my finger on the sound that Rush began to go into with Signals and then Grace Under Pressure. Very different from what they were doing before those. Now, a lot of people consider Signals the last good Rush album. I, Clark the Shark, I really don't. I like all this shit, but I'm fucked up, so don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, on Signals, it almost sounds more like the Police than Rush or something, or not like that at all. Like, they've definitely created their own sound on the 2 big albums, Permanent Waves and Moving Pictures. But then on Signals, they dial it back a little or something. It's still really good, but you know, it's not as good as those two albums, but interesting still. Now, on Grace Under Pressure, 1984, as we all know, Rush becomes still Rush. They've got the core of the killer drums, guitar, and Geddy's bass, but keyboards begin more and more taking center stage, you guys. And they become a digital, robotic, like, I don't like almost, it doesn't sound by humans, like machines or making the music or something. And if you're horny, you won't be after listening to Rush. It doesn't matter, dude. You could be watching Pornhub. Rush will either drain all the testosterone out of you or something right here on the Clark the Shit Show. But you become numb or something. I don't know. But anyway, I will never forget that Grace Under Pressure was the first album, really, where everyone was like, what the fuck is this? I went and saw it at Laserian or Laserium, whatever it's called, up in Griffith Observatory. And it was, when I saw the album like that with all the shit up in the sky, looking up that, that little show they put on, I'll never forget that. That gave the album a new life or something. And then, it's good. Like, I'll hear those songs on the radio, like, and you know how that rabbit feels going under the spinning wheels, bright images flashing by, me, Clark the Shark. I like weird shit. I like that album. I do. It's a good thing that they did right in the middle of a time where Rush was really trying to either totally create their own sound or something, like, or they're just kind of lost and they can't find a sound. Whatever it is, they were just throwing shit at the wall, see what sticks, with Grace Under Pressure. And yet, they were trying to make a great album. It's very digital, robotic. It is, you guys. But I would say most people don't like it. But I, Clark the Shark, I appreciate when a band's trying to do weird new shit or try new things. Now, the album where they become that new sound of Rush that we know today, or we recently knew, that went on for many albums. Of course, is Power Windows, 1985, which to me, Clark the Shark, really seems like 1986 still, but it was from 85. Now, it would usher in 4 albums in a row. Power Windows, and then this one, Hold Your Fire. And then presto, and then Roll the Bones, where they become this modern digital electronic keyboard, very keyboardsy band, and yet, the core nucleus is that 3-piece jazzy, rock and roll jazzy fusion, whatever it is. I don't even know. They definitely have their own sound, you guys. It's technical. Reminds me a little bit of like the same type of shit as, Yes, 90125 era. Different, though. Much more, I shouldn't say much more complex and or more prog. No, just different. Now, both bands are doing interesting new things, but I want to talk about this album, Hold Your Fire, 1987, Rush. Now, this might be the first album where people say, okay, they suck. This is fucking horrible. But not so much me, Clark the Shark. Before this, now, on Power Windows, Rush put it all together out of nowhere. and they come up with a lot of great songs all on one album. And it sounds nothing like Grace Under Pressure or any Rush before it. And it's actually kind of this new, sudden commercial sound where they are, their songwriting, verse, chorus, verse, but it's technical, with all their great playing, Geddy's bass and Pert's shredding on the drums. Power Windows, to me, Clark the Shark, is very interesting because the Rush, maybe they're desperately trying to get on the radio too or something with that album. Whereas Grace Under Pressure was trying to be a deep, album-oriented rock band. Power Windows, just a year later, was trying to be a power pop more radio-friendly band or something. Still containing the helium high vocals of Geddy and the all too complicated and proggy arrangements galore. Now this album here continues with Power Windows. It really does, you guys. It's technical, difficult shit everywhere. It's melodic. It's not as good as Power Windows, you guys. It's the album where the band is maybe confused in a good way. I like that, you guys. I do. I'm weird like that. Now, Force 10, side 1. One of those songs when Rush play it live, the band thinks it's good, but the crowd gets up, goes to buy nachos, or they get up out of their seat to go to the bathroom. It's after playing all these classics, Tom Sawyer, and Spirit of Radio, and Limelight and Red Barchetta, and dude, on and on and on. 2112 and shit from Hemispheres. Then when you see Rush live, they play Force 10, and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta go to the restroom, or I gotta go get nacho. I just gotta get up and go, but me, Clark the Shark, I'm like, come on, you guys, Force 10. It's all right. It's not the greatest Rush in the world or something, but I'm, me, Clark the Shark, I'm a Rush head, and I'll listen to just about anything, and I will appreciate it. But the song that might even lose myself, Clark the Shark, is Time Stands Still with Amy, what's her name, Amy Mann, or I don't know about that song, you guys. The other day I heard it on the radio, and I was like tapping my foot, tapping my finger, and singing it. And I'm like, what's fucking wrong with me? And I looked in the mirror. I'm like, dude, I'm singing Time Stands Still by Rush. I'm getting old or something. But, it is melodic. It's I like the chick singing on it. But dude, if you're, I don't know, if you're normal or straight, you maybe shouldn't like that song or something. But like if you're gay and horny, you won't even like, dude, you'll like, dude, if you have an erection, Time Stand Still might kill it, even for whoever. There's something about this song, like it's robotic too, you guys. It's very much like typical newer Rush or something, where you're like, oh fuck, what the fuck is this shit? But then Open Secrets, it gets no blue light up on Wikipedia, and it doesn't deserve one. Nondescript. But me, Clark the Shark, I come on, you guys, I'm fucked up, and I'll even listen to Open Secrets. Second Nature, I don't know why that's lit up, but do you get into some of these songs and you're like, okay, what the fuck are these? they're Rush write really catchy shit, you know. But all of a sudden with Prime Mover and Second Nature and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with uh with Rush? You know, you're just like, dude. And then side 2, Lock and Key. I don't know, you guys. Now, a song many of us Rush heads kind of like, I don't know why we do, but Mission, interesting song. Typical newer Rush at the time. And then 3 songs, not lit up in blue, Turn the Page. And of course, Tai Shan, a controversial Rush song that Geddy Lee hates or something like that, and most Rush fans hate, and Clark the Shark. Track 4, Tai Shan. It's not that bad, you guys. Come on. And High Water. So for the first album, Rush have a bunch of songs that are nondescript or something, or like, it wasn't like this, you guys, on Power Windows. You know, you had the Manhattan Project and everything was, you know, there's a lot of good shit happening on that album. But on this album, it is melodic, atmospheric, and interesting, catchy, you know, and all that shit. But maybe too much, like when you go to buy, you eat too many Snickers bars or too much candy. You know, when you give a kid candy or something, dude, it's just too much, dude. It's gooped and stacked too high with keyboards and shit, you know, but it's trying to be another Power Windows, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe trying to change or grow upon that, you guys. Rush, Hold Your Fire, 1987. An album that needs an introduction. It does. And you guys, this was the era where I actually did not go to see Rush for the first time. I saw them on Signals, Grace Under Pressure, and the tour for Power Windows. But I did not think it was important enough or take the time to go to the Hold Your Fire tour or the Presto tour or Roll the Bones era. The next time I saw Rush from, I saw him in 1986 at the Forum in LA. But the next time I saw them was, I believe, in the middle of the 1990s, like either 1994 or 95. And I think the album Test for Echo or whatever, Check for Echo, or that's the next time I saw Rush. And they were as robotic and boring and digital as ever. And I almost left the show because I was like, don't ask me how such a great band with all this technical shit going on, amazing drumming with Neil Peart, guitar from Lifeson, and Geddy Lee on bass and vocals is stellar. His bass playing incredible. It has nothing to do with the high-pitched helium vocals that I can do without, but they're still unique and different and original, you guys. I mean, just looking at it raw like that for originality, there's no band that sounds like Rush, you guys. So for that sake, they are really good, or something like that, right here on the Clark the Shit Show. Now, in this era, though, where they're really digital, really robotic, they're almost not even human. I can see where, why, and how a lot of hardcore Rush fans began to either not see the band or just, there was this album, I think in 89 called Show of Hands. It was like a live album, in that era from after Power Windows all the way to Test for Echo, that's where Rush kind of loses Rush with a lot of people. And they never really gain it back again, you guys. But then they become a legacy band where you got to go see them, because this could be the last tour, late 90s, 00s, 2010, 11. You better go see Rush, you guys. Get your tickets because they're not going to be around forever, kind of thing. And then, of course, as we all know, Neil Peart died. I think 2015. Don't quote me. That's their final tour, and that's now 10 years ago, you guys. And Peart died, I think, around 2019 or 2020. I can't remember, but you will not get another chance now, you guys, to see Rush, the classic lineup with Peart, because he is deceased and gone, right here on the Clark the Shark Talk Radio fiasco for March 19 or 20, Wednesday, 2025, where I think I just gave you the only review of this digital, robotic, inhuman, electronic nonsense that's overdone, overproduced. There's way too much going on. Too many overdubs. It's like when you eat pancakes and they don't just put syrup on it, but then they put whipped cream, strawberries, and then they dump, for some reason, paste pecani sauce on it. And you're like, dude, I fucking can't eat this. And the waitress is like, Sharky, eat it. It's good. That's Rush, Hold Your Fire, you guys. And that's where a lot of people lose Rush. They leave Rush, you guys, or maybe Rush leaves them. I'm not sure. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show at 1-800-449-8255, the Sharkalama Ding Dong, Sharkadoodle-Doo, the Wolfman Jack on crack, where my show is number one, of course, worldwide on WABC radio. Used to be anyway, you guys, until I got banned, deleted, and terminated. That's right, you guys, fired by Elon Musk and Doge, where they're doing this new thing now. If you're on SSI, SSDI, or if you're a talk radio show host, you have to go down to a place in San Diego called Ewing Diagnostics. It's a psych like doctor or something, or medical, or they do diagnostics for your brain to see if you deserve to still be on SSI or SSDI. And in my case, they not only fired me from WABC radio and said, Sharky, you're not talented, you're boring, you don't deserve to be on the air, and plus you're insane. So not only that, they fired me from WABC radio, and then they put me in a white suit, like a straitjacket, and threw me in a rubber room. And they said, Sharky, here, stay in here for a week. We're also kicking you off SSDI because Doge thinks I don't really have skin cancer. It's just fake, and it's phony, you guys. And remember the one guy who got a restraining order? He was probably right. You guys, I really don't have skin cancer. I think the doctors are just doing these surgeries and removing them just to keep me on SSI or SSDI so I will keep voting Democrat. That's my theory anyway. I want to see these medical reports. I want to see what's under the microscope, the magnifying. I want to see if they're real cancer cells, and not just me, but Ewing Diagnostics, who are doing a psychological evaluation. Me and them both. We want to see if I want to see it, dude, under the microscope. Is it really cancer? I doubt it is. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. I'm sure that Geddy Lee, Alex, and Neil Peart, God rest his soul, they want to see it too. And see, why did Doge and Elon Musk kick me off SSDI? And then, you guys, they threw me in a fucking room after I was in a padded cell for a week and a half in a straitjacket. Getting well, they were correcting me. But then they fucking forced me to listen to Hold Your Fire by Rush for another week and a half in a padded cell. And that's when I just fucking lost it and went insane. And then they said, Sharky, you're healed. And they let me out. And the first thing I did today, you guys, when I got out, is I reviewed Hold Your Fire. I was going to give this a horrible, bad review. But after they corrected me, they fixed me, they gave me some meds, they took me off SSDI, Elon Musk and Doge. For after all, I was faking, even though I had 17 cancer removal surgeries. It doesn't matter. Doge thinks I'm faking, and so does the guy with the restraining order and the judge right here on the Clark the Shit Show. They're right, you guys. I deserve the worst that God can give, or something like that. And I deserve, you guys, to sit here and fucking have to listen to Rush. And now I'm so twisted like a narcissist. I'm going to force all of you to go to Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, everywhere they sell music, and I want you to buy Hold Your Fire by Rush so that you can take the CD home, listen to it just once, and try to masturbate. I swear to God, you won't be able to do it. If you were horny and you were just at Pornhub, you were just watching porn, this album is the cure for horniness, you guys. It will actually... you'll be a straight dude that gets chicks. I think I know where this new gay thing came from, you guys. It started with this album. It did, you guys. I'm not kidding. I believe it died, dude. Remember how AIDS was killing them or something, but then this album brought it back. And, yeah, dude, Rush, Hold Your Fire. Matter of fact, you guys, I don't recommend this album. Stay straight and reproduce. You should. I'm sure Getty secretly works for the government, and he doesn't want you reproducing nor being happy. He wants you to listen to Hold Your Fire. But don't listen to him right here on the Clark the Shit Show. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. Go ahead and buy it at iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. If you want to wreck your brain and turn yourself into a robot like Elon Musk, where you just have no feelings and you're inhuman or inhumane. You're just a digital guy building rockets and blowing them up and shit, you guys. Listen to Rush, Hold Your Fire. And then if you really want to destroy your whole entire soul and or body, try to listen to Presto, the next album after this. You won't make it through that fucking album, you guys. I swear to God, you won't. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show, fabulous, extraordinaire talk radio that is actually a shapeshifter, you guys. It's like, I can't even keep data. Why listen to me, you guys? My phone keeps dying. I'm so poor, I have 32 cents in the bank. Here, I'm just going to film a fucking black phone. It won't even stay on. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. Rush, Hold Your Fire. Yeah, it's really fucking interesting. Go get it and then vote for Elon Musk. He'll fire you from your government job, and you deserve to be fired too. Maybe. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. And I'm out of here, people. Peace.